Now, I have a lot of respect for Miguna Miguna. In my book, he is a truly great son of Kenya. And it is for this reason that I still follow him very closely on Facebook. Most Kenyans have forgotten him. Many Kenyans rather, ignore him nowadays, but not me. However, he made a comment recently on his page on Facebook that just shocked me. He said that the DNA of Sharon Otieno's unborn child is irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant to this case, to the investigation to find out who murdered Sharon Otieno. Now, I find it very difficult, extremely difficult, to agree with Miguna Miguna on this one. And to make matters worse, Miguna Miguna is a very sharp lawyer. Is a lawyer of international standards. And to be honest with you, I have no legal training, zero legal training. But still, I don't agree with him. And the main reason why I don't agree with him is the way the fetus was handled. If you'll excuse my expression there, because this is a very sensitive issue. According to the post-mortem, and I believe most of us already know this, the person who ended Sharon Otieno's life, or the people, made sure that they stabbed her in such a way that the fetus would be dead. Which is just crazy, because when you kill a person, obviously the child inside their womb, the chances of that fetus surviving are nil. So stabbing the unborn child, is just overkill. And of course, this tells us a lot. And the father of that child is very important evidence in this case. Whichever theory you want to take up, because I've had a theory which is being peddled around, that the people who killed Sharon Otieno were actually framing Okoth Obado. So even assuming, don't lose your temper, just hear me out. Even assuming that this theory is correct, one would still need to establish the DNA of the unborn child, who the real biological father was. Because it could also be evidence, to prove that those who wanted to frame Okoth Obado, that's the reason why they did this. Assuming that very far-fetched theory is correct. Anyway, the latest development is that Governor Okoth Obado has not waited for the DNA results to come out. He has come out and confessed. In a screaming headline in one of our newspapers today, somebody actually went and was able to get hold of parts of the statement that Obado gave to the police. And accordingly, it is said that Okoth Obado admitted that the child who was inside Sharon Otieno's belly was his. Now, to many Kenyans who have become very sharp investigators and observers and are following this case very closely, that is not news. To further corroborate that sensational headline by the Star, Bwana Okoth Obado's lawyer, Cliff Ombeta, yesterday said that yes, there was a relationship between the governor and the late Sharon Otieno. And it was very clear what kind of relationship he meant. Not mentor and young girl, not father and daughter. It was a sexual relationship. And the lawyer even went further and referred the press to what has been posted on social media, which is very sexual in nature. Indeed, most of it we cannot even post on this channel. So in my book, that is more or less confirmed. The baby Sharon Otieno was carrying belonged to Governor Okoth Obado. Now legally, that seemingly small piece of information is very strong evidence that gives Governor Okoth Obado a motive. Now in a court of law anywhere in the world, if you present a lot of evidence, circumstantial evidence, but you do not have a motive, your case is dead in the water. Motive is extremely important, and I'm aware I'm talking at a time when we have people running around in this crazy world who kill people for fun without a motive. But believe it or not, even in such cases, there's a motive. The motive is that they have a sick mind. They have sick desires, and they're satisfying their sick desires. That's the motive. Always there has to be a motive. Now, what makes things even worse for the governor in connection to this case is that his personal assistant is already in police custody. Yeah, and not only that, we have been told by the court, by a judge in the court, that he's going to be charged with murder. The personal assistant to Governor Okoth Obado is going to be charged with murder. Now, what does a personal assistant do? Does a personal assistant go around with their own agenda, doing their own things? Hell no. A personal assistant takes care of the personal matters of their boss, in this case, Okoth Obado. Now, so far, we have two people who are the last to see Sharon Otieno alive. One of them is the journalist who jumped out of the car. He left her in the car alive. The other one, and of course you know who it is the personal assistant of the governor. And that personal assistant of the governor left the car in which Sharon Otieno was alive moments before the journalist jumped out of the same car, leaving Sharon Otieno alive. Now, even without being a lawyer, that establishes a very strong link between the governor and the murder of this young girl. In other words, already there's a strong link between the governor and the murder of this girl. And it is there staring at us. This is not a matter of speculating. This is not a matter of jumping to conclusion. Those are the facts in the public domain. And they point only in one direction and one direction alone. Now, of course, there are other crimes committed here, and one of the main crimes, as we all know, is blackmail. The governor is being blackmailed. And naturally, there are still people alive who were helping Sharon to blackmail the governor. And of course, that's a criminal offense. However, if one were to follow up on the blackmail before you sort out the murder, it would be a case of going after the guy who stole the chicken in the commotion of a murder that was going on. Why on earth would you want to focus on the chicken thief, instead of dealing with the brutal murder first? Unfortunately, there's only one plausible answer I can think of. Only one answer that would explain why we're witnessing what we're witnessing concerning this case. And that is a cover-up, pure and simple. A cover-up designed to ensure that the real culprit in this murder will go scot-free. Meanwhile, watu wa mkono, the people who actually implemented the murder, very gruesome murder, and people who led the unfortunate girl into the trap that led to her killing, those are the people going to be prosecuted. And indeed, those are the people in police custody. Now, apparently, this cover-up did not start just the other day. It started immediately after the journalist escaped. And I'll tell you how. It is emerging that Michael Oyamo was actually arrested at a police station. What was he doing there? He had gone to report that some people had tried to kidnap him. In other words, what he was trying to do was to distance himself from that car, the car which had taken off with Sharon Otieno the last time she was seen alive, and obviously which had the people who ended her life. So obviously he wanted to change the story so that it could appear that he was in that car together with the journalist against his will. Folks, I'm so sorry that I have to be the bearer of bad news, very bad news. But sadly, it seems to be the truth. All these are telltale signs and clues suggesting that justice will not be done in this case of Sharon Otieno. Now, I'm going to be the happiest person on earth if I'm proved wrong on this one, because it is much more important for the family of Sharon Otieno to get closure, to get justice in full, than it is for me to be right. Oh boy. God help the Sharon Otieno family. This is just too terrible even to think about. Because no matter what you want to say, no matter what holier-than-thou attitude you have, Sharon Otieno's morals are irrelevant in this case. It doesn't matter if she had 20 boyfriends or even 20 million boyfriends. It doesn't matter. All that matters is justice. Please, 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 let's follow the words in our national anthem. Haki iwe ngao na mlinzi. Justice be our shield and defender. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.